Near the beautiful North York Moors, in the pretty town of Kirby Moorside, lives auctioneer Angus Ashworth.
480, 480, 480 in the room.
Yeah. With his hard-working team...
There we go.
Angus has grown his auction house into a thriving business.
This is an interesting piece. 2 cherubs. Not you two, is it?
When he's not on his rostrum...
We're off on another job again.
Again.
He's clearing cluttered homes...
I'll start having a rummage and see what we can find.
Great.
in search of unwanted items to go under his gavel.
The West Riding of York, 1610. See my house.
Have a look at everything, but there's all sorts of stuff.
OK.
Using his expert knowledge,
The more and more I go through this, the value's totting up.
he finds hidden treasures
This is what I'm in the business for.
and uncovers forgotten heirlooms.
Looks like me on a dance floor.
Taking them back to the sale room,
Is it shiny?
Is it shiny?
Wow.
Angus, am I allowed to use this?
Put it down, that's mine.
he auctions these once cherished items,
These were all just sat in the loft.
Gathering dust.
making their owners a very
£740.
pretty
I'm just astonished.
penny.
At 900. Woohoo!
As the shutters rumble up in Kirby Moorside,
Right, Barney, get down. Good boy.
it kicks off another action-packed week at the auction house. And with 2 house clearances a week and people walking in with items themselves, Angus's team must be on their toes at all times. Especially because every now and then, he likes to mix things up a bit.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, up.
You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
I thought you'd like to get out the sale room for a change. Scotland, Truro.
Oh,
Yeah. It's sort of a house clearance, really.
OK.
So I'm not quite sure what we'll find, but he has got some vintage toys and various bits and bobs. So we'll see how we get. And I just thought I'd give you a break from the sale room and take you out for a change, Jack. Yeah. Off to Scotland we go.
It's an epic 260-mile, 5-hour journey northwest for Angus and specialist book valuer Jack.
It's a long old drive, isn't it, Jack?
It's a long old drive, but it's nice and scenic.
Mind you, you've seen the price of diesel up here. Woof.
Oh, no. That's the famous Yorkshire saying, how much?
They're on their way to meet Sean and his daughter Kirsty. Sean's dad Bill passed away last year after a short illness, and they need Angus's help clearing the flat he lived in for nearly 20 years.
One of the things that we're looking to do to sell the house is really to empty the house and get it into a state where we can put it on the market. And it's now that we're coming back into the house and delving into cupboards and things that we've found a bunch of interesting items that we have got to have a look to do something with.
Sean and Kirsty have already done a few runs to the charity shop, but the flat needs to be completely emptied before it can be sold. So they've saved the rest of Bill's treasures for Angus and Jack.
The biggest thing is just the amount of stuff that he seems to have accumulated. It's really just random kind of things if you look at it from all over the place.
Many of the items they're looking to clear are from Hong Kong, where Sean and his family lived for a time in the 1970s.
My dad was in the Department of Trade and Industry. He originally went out for a 2-year posting. His 2-year posting extended on into 6 or maybe 7 years, I think it was, by the end, because we enjoyed Hong Kong so much. It was a really good opportunity. It was a nice place to be.
Growing up, I heard kind of bits and pieces of what my gran and granddad's life was like in Hong Kong, but I'm learning more and more about it now.
Sean and his family moved back to Scotland when he was 12 years old. His mum and dad later bought this flat in Truro after they retired.
My mum passed away in 2007, and my dad stayed on down here himself, where we would continue to visit with the kids.
I was always down here to go to the beach or go for a walk, or my granddad would always take us out for fish and chips. Or yeah, I was always down. All happy memories, yeah, all happy memories.
There could be some interesting Oriental bits. Hopefully, we find, that rare Chinese vase that makes millions.
It's a real unknown. For some of these things we haven't seen for decades. Things were tucked away in little corners, so that they really are a true unknown. and it'd be really nice to see what interest it does kind of generate. Good morning. Pleased to meet
Morning.
you.
Shall we have a
In you
look?
come.
Thank you very much.
Sean and Kirsty have helpfully gathered up many of the things that need to be cleared into one room.
Was your dad a particular collector of anything, or was it just bits he'd picked up and...
They weren't really collectors. They've got some things. My dad was very into cricket. There's a couple of pictures on the wall. He's got a group of Wisden albums. Outside of that, there's just random sort of bits and bobs.
Okay.
Things that meant something at the time, were pretty at the time, and you know, that's why they're here.
Well, I think I'll probably best go get Jack in from the van, and we'll make a start getting packed up and see what we can find and what we can do.
Brilliant.
Despite the head start Sean and Kirsty have given Angus, there's still a full day's work ahead.
Jack. Oh, yeah, I've got the heavy end. Ah.
So while Jack gets busy with the boxes, Angus kicks off the treasure hunt.
I do like Cloisonné ware. It's the bright colours and the intricate work that goes into it. And Cloisonné ware is a process, really, and there's various forms of it, but the principle is the same. It's a metal body, metal work, and all these little metal wires that create this field and pattern, and then you flood those gaps with an enamel. Often originally it was used a lot in jewellery, and the metalwork would have been out of gold, and then later on that moved to bronzes with this enamelware, and it's, you know, beautiful.
The Cloisonné technique of applying enamel to metal-framed objects dates back 4,000 years to ancient Egypt. But it was in China in the 15th century where production boomed, and these days authentic Chinese pieces are in huge demand.
They still make it to this day, so you get modern pieces and old pieces. It is quite sought after, and the right pieces can fetch quite a lot of money.
These were made in the 20th century.
In terms of Chinese history, they're relatively modern. So we would sell these as a group of four, and, you know, probably about sort of 60 to 80 pounds. Hopefully on a good day we'll do a little bit better.
A promising start indeed. Meanwhile, self-confessed bookworm Jack has been having a nosy too.
Nice little collection of Wisden almanacs here from early 90s going on to sort of 2008 by the look of it. Yeah, Wisden was started in about 1864 by Sir John Wisden, who was a famous cricketer. It contains records of games, players, their averages, all sorts, and it's still going on towards this day. Value-wise, because it's only the last few years, it's still going to hold interest, but the more value is in the earlier ones. For example, 1919, you're looking anywhere between 1,500 to 1,800 auction. With this little run, it's not going to be fantastic. Estimate-wise, on a good day, maybe 30 to 50.
How's that for a find?
Excellent.
Sean's mum has a large collection of jewellery. Could this be the pot at the end of the rainbow?
You know, little bracelet there, that's gold. Another gold bracelet, and more gold, and more gold. So there's actually a lot of gold in there. And it's a surprise, it can be easily overlooked, a little box like that. Harriet will go through it all when we get it back to the sale room. But actually, amazingly, that one little box there could have as much value in it as the whole contents of a house. So we love rummaging through bureaus because you never know what you're going to find.
With unexpected treasures lurking in every nook and cranny, the boys have got their work cut out.
There's a fair bit of packing up to do. There's a lot of smalls, so I think we'll be all right. You know, Jack's happy, we've got some books. You know, he is a bookworm, and that's what he loves. So hopefully we'll dodge the rain showers. It's a bit changeable, the weather. It's breezy. 1 minute it's gorgeous sunshine, and you've got that beautiful, you know, Scottish coastline there. And the next minute it's raining and hailstones. But, you know, that's the west coast of Scotland for you.
With the clock ticking and a long drive ahead, Angus decides it's time to ask Kirsty for help.
So is there anything you're sort of into, Kirsty, or collect or anything? Or?
I don't collect anything, no.
No.
Trainers, really. I'm a personal trainer.
Trainers? Oh dear, you're going to have me running up and down, aren't you?
Well, if Kirsty doesn't get you running, Angus, maybe the weather will.
It's hailstones, it's snowing now.
But there's always a silver lining, and taking shelter indoors means there's more time for rooting through boxes.
Angus, looks like we've got some Star Wars toys here.
Have we? Oh, good. Are they the original ones?
Let's have a look.
Oh, that's X-Wing, that is, Jack.
Got a TIE fighter here.
Oh, that's Darth Vader's TIE fighter, that one.
Is it?
Special one, yeah. And these are the X-Fighter.
Stay on target.
Oh, these are really good. Right, we're going to have to go through these when we get back. There's some really good bits in there.
Market forces are strong for these toys. A mint-condition Boba Fett figure recently sold at auction in the USA for an eye-watering £76,000.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting actually to see the different things that they're getting excited about. More things that I would have been like, oh, I don't really know what that is. So it's quite nice to see them pick it up and just jump into their book of knowledge.
Hey, Jack, there's a load of stamp albums in here.
Oh.
But look, in it is that autographs. Do you know who that is?
God, I wouldn't be able to tell you, my friend.
No idea who it is. It's the Who.
The Who?
Yeah, they're like the band. Who?
Sorry, who?
Oh, God, yeah, Pete Townsend. I think there's another signature, actually.
Oh, look, there's two.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go, Paul. That's the Who there. And that's Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
But no autographs sell.
Yeah, they do.
I got £3 for mine once.
Sounds like a bargain, Angus. And now, a welcome break in the weather means the boys can quickly load the last of the things onto the van.
Angus, I've got another box for you.
With a little help from their friends.
Tell you what, you've definitely got the job.
Oh, perfect.
And with that, they're almost ready for the long drive back to Yorkshire.
Hey, Jack, I hope you report to Pete how well I've packed this van.
Which means it's time to say goodbye to Sean's dad's old home.
Brilliant.
What a difference.
It's brilliant. It's next step in the process. It gives a bit of closure as well. So it'll be great to see the stuff move on and somebody else have some enjoyment.
We will see you down in Yorkshire. And, yeah, we look forward to a good sale.
Thanks very much.
See you later.
In terms of value, the stars, the jewellery, there's quite a bit of gold in there, some dress rings, that's going to add up. But what I'm really excited about, I can't wait to go through that box of toys. Those sort of Star Wars figures, all those original box toys. I think potentially there's some really good bits there.
Only time will tell if Angus's instincts are on the money. After a busy day in Scotland, followed by a long drive home, Jack's up early to unload the goodies cleared from Sean's dad's flat. Helping out is outdoor sales manager, Mark.
So, yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff come from this house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is Sean's mum's wedding dress as well. I mean, look at that. I think that's silk as well.
It is silk. It's lovely, isn't it?
You don't really see people buying second-hand wedding dresses.
No.
But you never know, it might sell out of interest. I mean, it is a lovely piece.
Yeah, it's in a nice bag.
Typical. Mark thinks the bag's more beautiful than the dress.
This is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I like the little Chinese sort of sigils that they've put on the front and even onto the drawers as handles.
Very nice.
I do find that this Chinese hardwood style furniture generally is heavy. Even when it doesn't look it, it's got weight to it.
Definitely a job for the trolley then, chaps.
It's going to drop a bit now.
Yeah.
Now, what about those smalls?
Oh. This was the first sort of computer game I ever had, and everybody bought one. The little parachute, just non-stop. Great. Wow. And I bet that still works, don't you? That'll still
I'd
go.
assume so. Just a little battery on charge on it.
Brilliant. I might have to have a little go for that myself.
Enjoy it while it's still here, Mark.
Wow.
Angus wants to turn the sale round in a fortnight, so there's not a moment to lose in cataloguing the items. Jewellery specialist Harriet is already eyeing up Sean's mum's pieces.
A real nice selection of jewellery. There's some beautiful stones. We've got a lot of amber here as well, the butterscotch and the clear amber, which is really nice. It's probably come from a necklace, but it looks like it's been deconstructed. But even by itself, that's a really nice piece. A matching sort of earring set, and the pendants are really like this. So I put that all together, as a lot of people do actually collect amber by itself. Another piece that I thought was really interesting was this gold bracelet. It's got a really nice sort of unique catch on it as well, with the love heart detail. I think that in itself is really sort of well done and really, really pretty. On the back, it does actually have some stamps. Now, these look to be Chinese stamps, so I'm going to have to do a bit of research and find out the carat. By the look, I would say that it's probably a 14 carat gold piece.
14 carat translates to almost 60% pure gold.
So all in all, we've got a lovely collection of jewellery. Yeah, I really hope it's going to do well.
A short time ago, in a warehouse not that far away, Angus began cataloguing the box of toys. Helping him take on the empire today is valuer Nick.
Were you into Star Wars?
I was, yes. These are the original toys, and he has played with them when he was a kid, but he didn't play with them very much, or he was quite careful when he played with them, because they're actually, even though they don't have box and so on, they're in very good condition.
And it's quite often not the most famous characters that are worth the most money, because of course they were the ones that sold the most, and there's more of them. It's the more obscure characters that sometimes are worth the most money, aren't they?
Yes, I mean, some of these I couldn't remember their names, but your TIE fighter pilot, you've got a bunch of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Strangely quite large Ewoks, larger than I remembered them. He's got the little Jawa figure. Now that's one of the rarer ones. I think this has got a little sort of cloth cape. They were redone later, all in one piece of plastic, because I think there was some health and safety issues. It's a nice little collection.
This intergalactic army of toys will be divided into 2 separate lots.
So, would you be Imperial or Rebel?
Well, I mean, everyone wanted to be the rebels, didn't they? I mean, obviously, but, you know.
But the better uniforms, I thought, the Imperial.
They did, yeah, but I mean, they were better funded, weren't they?
Oh, they were.
Yeah, and better equipped, and I hate to think how much it cost to build a Death Star.
And it'd take light years to pay off that mortgage.
I suppose we haven't got a lot of time to be playing, Nick, have we? So let's get on.
It's your business, Angus. You can play for as long as you want.
I've got work to do.
All right.
Having travelled nearly 250 miles from Truro, Sean and Kirsty are in Kirby Moorside for auction day.
All my cars, used to play with them all the time.
I don't remember any of these.
No, you wouldn't remember these.
Although it was a small flat, we've actually got a lot of lots. They've got a few gems in there, particularly Sean's childhood toys.
And we've got Star Wars at the end.
Oh, Angus loved those.
We've had a lot of interest in the Star Wars figures. The right figures can do a lot of money, so I'm looking forward to this one.
How are you feeling seeing it all out now?
It's good. And that's it, we've cleared the house, that's great. It's all here and it all goes now. So we can kind of close off that journey now.
Hi, Angus.
Hi, you all right, Kirsty? Are you excited? Are you know?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's amazing to see it all out now.
And are you going to be all right seeing your childhood toys go?
Yeah, I think some of the things like the trains and the Star Wars, I remember them, it's all come back. But yeah, it'll be nice to see them actually go somewhere where they got used or appreciated now.
Yeah. Chat if you need anything.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
The sale room is rapidly filling up with punters eager to sniff out a bargain. Alongside Angus to monitor online bids are Jasper and Jack. And today, Pete swapped his driver's uniform for the porter's jacket.
Excellent. There we go.
So that's us now.
First up, the set of 4 decorative Cloisonné urns from Sean's family's time in Hong Kong.
This is an interesting one.
£20 start me, not a penny less, £20 bid, 20 and bid at 20, 2, 2, 2, 5, 8, 30, 2, 5, 8. The bid's with the room, 38, 40. 40 it is, thank you, 40, net bid at 40, selling then at 40.
Despite healthy interest in the sale room, they've gone to an online bidder.
I can't keep up with the numbers.
The next lot is a set of Versace limited edition plates that hold a special place in Sean's heart.
These are the horrible plates that Granny had on the wall.
Or maybe not.
60, 70, 80,
90.
Told you.
Flying.
at 90 for the Versace.
They're not so horrible now, are they?
95, 100, 110, 110 it is then, at 110, at 110, all done at 120, we're not done yet, 120, 130, 140, 150, 150 it is then, at 150,
wow.
150,
160.
170, we're all done
Jeez.
for the plates, 180,
180 is a round number, isn't it?
Round it up, might as well make it 200, might as well. At 190, Gavel's up, £200, thank you.
Ooh.
At £200 it is, then at 200, 210, thank you.
It's quite exciting when it goes up.
I'm selling it, 210.
Oh, horrible place, those. Horrible.
Don't worry, Kirsty. They found a happy new home in Lancashire. Angus has high hopes for Sean's mum's jewellery. First up, a 9-carat gold chain necklace.
£260, 260 it is.
Brilliant. In the room as well.
70, 280 I've got. Commission at 280. 280, 290 commissions are out. At 290 looking for 300. At £290 it is then. We're all done at 290.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. So could Sean and Kirsty be sitting on a gold mine? Over the next 20 minutes, Angus puts a further 15 lots from Sean's mum's jewellery box under the gavel.
Selling up 110. 140 it is. On the net then at 140. At 220 it is. We're all done at 220.
Netting them a remarkable £1,247.
I really just want to hit the hammer.
Last, but by no means least, is that 14-carat gold bracelet.
This is one that Granny used to wear.
420, 440, £440 it is. At 440, 460 is it now. At £440.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Brilliant.
Up at £440.
It's a sale Granny would surely be proud of.
You're right, Kirsty. Planning your night out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, from 14-carat gold to 4 inches of plastic, it's the first of Sean's boyhood treasures.
Oh, here we go. Star Wars.
It's the Star Wars, the original Star Wars figures there.
This one going to shock me with the
This
opening
is
bid.
X-Wing fighters.
£85 straight.
85.
At 90 it is, then at £90 at 90. 100, 110, 110 at 110. At 110 it is, then at
Someone had good taste in childhood toys.
110.
The force is strong in Kirby Moorside today.
£110.
The final lot is the last of Sean's toy collections, which includes 25 assorted Star Wars figures.
Did you play with these a lot when you were a child?
Yep, they're well used.
Yeah. You had good taste when you were younger, didn't you? We'll start at £460.
Seriously?
Are you kidding on?
60, 480, fresh bid, 480. At 480 for the Star Wars figures. At £480 it is, then at 480. I'm selling then at £480. At 480. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I could have sold them for £40 on Facebook.
Just as well you didn't.
Both toy lots have been snapped up by the same online bidder. It's been a blockbuster of an auction for Sean and Kirsty, with a suitably action-packed finale. But will they get a Hollywood ending?
Well,
I saw some big smiles going up there.
there was a couple of surprises.
Yeah,
The
those
Versace
plates.
plates.
That you called horrible 2 seconds before they went for £200. Literally, 2 seconds
the horrible
before.
I mean, on the whole, collector's plates and the sort of plates like that don't make anything. Yeah, just drop lucky on the right ones. Yeah.
No, that was brilliant.
Definitely.
Did you have a figure in mind you were hoping to sort of raise? Or?
Beforehand, when we were looking, we thought if we made £1,000, that would be super.
Oh, so you'd be happy with £1,000. Good, because you're walking away with £3,355.
Wow.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Bit of a difference from what we thought, but yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's been a good day, thank you.
Invest in
You're welcome.
toys is the plan going forward.
For me, the Star Wars figures were just something that had kind of sat in a box and I'd never really thought about. So for them to go for such a massive amount was just quite a bit of a shock.
All in all, they've had some very good results. We did well on the jewellery, but the toys, I think, was the bit that really shocked them. Kirsty's face when I sold some of those toys was just a picture.
Really happy. I think it's gone well. But number one tonight, I think we'll go and have a nice meal.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at a holiday in the summer, I think, is the idea.
You think all that came out of one room in a flat. I think they're going to go away and they can probably all have a nice family holiday off the back of it. So, you know, everyone's happy and, yeah, I'm happy.
Angus has been clearing homes since the auction house first opened its doors 12 years ago, and he'll happily travel far and wide, north or south, in search of hidden treasure. Pete, on the other hand, isn't always so enthusiastic.
Not good news, I'm afraid, Pete.
Why?
It's going to be a long old day.
Where are we going?
It's London.
Oh.
Right, I'll just grab some stuff and then we'll get underway.
All right, no worries.
It's 250 miles from here to London. Time to find out if those streets really are paved with gold.
We're going to go see Paul and his son Luke. Sadly, he lost his wife, Luke's mum, not that long ago, and I think they've come to that point where they need to have a sort out of the house.
Paul and Luke have reached out to Angus for help clearing some of the things collected by their beloved late wife and mum, Beverly.
When we was growing up, she just used to take me out to like car boot sales, charity shops, and she used to pick up loads of different things, records, glass ornaments, African stuff. She'd always come back with a big bag full of stuff and you wouldn't know what's in there.
Yes. When Mum used to go to boot fairs, you used to come home and you never knew what was going to come out the back of the car. You never knew what she was going to struggle up the driveway with this time.
It's 3.5 years since Beverly passed away. Paul and Luke have decided the time is now right to begin the next chapter in their lives.
We tried to sort of get ourselves a little bit more organised, and we realised that we got too much stuff. There's too many books, too many items, and it's just time to let some things go. Hi.
Morning. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello,
You all right?
Good, thank you.
Good stuff. Wow, not a bad day for it.
No.
No, we appreciate you coming down all this way.
Oh, no problem at all.
Welcome in.
Thank you. How is it that I can sort of help today?
And Beverly was an avid collector of many things. And we just want to be able to sort of keep what we want to keep on display because they deserve to be shown. And then the items which we don't want, it's time to let them go and let someone else enjoy them.
It's really just sort of thinning out a little bit, but keeping that memory.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. Definitely need to keep the memories. Me and my mum are very close. She's taught me a lot in life. I feel like I was definitely brought up well. Good manners, no swearing in the house, none of that stuff. I had to always do my schoolwork. But then again, she always used to reward me when I do get like good results.
She did a lot of volunteering and she did charity work in Ghana, distributing medicines with a church out there. And that's when she used to come back with the drums and the musical stuff.
Beverly amassed a large collection of artefacts from her travels. And while Paul and Luke are keeping a handful of precious ones for themselves, they'd like Angus's opinion on the rest.
Wow, quite a collection. Yeah. We've got a lot of different cultures going on, haven't we? Because, I mean, actually, when you look, we've got sort of African artworks. This is more sort of Bali, sort of Eastern. You've got sort of Aboriginal as well.
Yes, if you're looking for something, it's probably in one of his piles here somewhere. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and even we've got some artworks as well. I mean, that's a really nice little sketch, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. I'm actually quite interested to sort of discover what that is. I've tried to sort of read what the text is, but I haven't quite been able to work it out. Sort of looking for your expertise, Angus, actually.
We've got a date there of September 26, 62. Now, I think that's probably more likely to be 1862. And actually, we come across these quite often, little sketchbooks that sailors would have done, or, you know, at that time, the Merchant Navy and the Royal Navy were all over the world.
Yeah.
And they crop up, and of course, you know, this is pre-photographs and stuff, and people would have sketched little pictures of what they've seen. They're a snapshot of history, really.
Yes.
And actually quite well done as well, you know. I certainly couldn't draw that, so.
You stick to the day job, Angus, which is shorthand for find Pete and get cracking with that clearance.
That's what you want for your living room, Pete.
While Paul and Luke rescue their favourites from the lounge,
Do you want to keep this one,
Yeah,
sir?
that one,
Yeah.
Angus heads off in search of hidden gems.
I mean, anybody that knows me knows I love having a good rummage through a garage. Paul's obviously very much into his mid-century furniture. And we've got this lovely 70s very retro, teak, oval coffee table. Now, these have become really popular. We get good money for them. Quite often they had a clear or smoked glass top. Sadly, I can't find any glass for it. It hasn't got a glass top. I mean, I'm torn. With a glass top, hugely saleable, £100 to £200 all day long for that. Not a problem. It's got no glass. So it's not really much use as a coffee table. We'll probably only get 20 to 40, 30 to 50 for it, because somebody's got to pay for that glass to be fitted or do something with it. But they've become so popular, that shape, that I think it's worth taking.
You know what they say, half a table is better than no table at all, I think.
And wherever I go, I like to find a bit of Yorkshire, even in London. And we've got this rather interesting bit of metalwork. You think, what on earth is that? It's for roofing, and it's a slater's towel for doing slates. You slide it up, don't ask me exactly quite how you use it, and you've got these little hooks on there that would help fit the slate into place on a roof. And actually, what's nice is it's stamped up. Of course, Sheffield was the steel capital of Britain, and it's made in Sheffield. So there we go, we've got a bit of Yorkshire in London.
And now it's heading back home to God's own country. But not just yet. So far, the boys have barely broken a sweat.
I think there's quite a bit to do. There's a lot to go through, and I think it's really identifying what Paul and Luke are happy for us to take. It's got to be an emotional journey for them. That's going to be tough, but they want to keep her memories. They just need to make that step and let go of some of the items.
It's a difficult time. We're happy with that one.
Yeah.
It's a time where you have to make very difficult and important decisions, and you're making it when you haven't got the person with you who you make difficult and important decisions with normally. So it's an unusual situation, but yeah, we've struggled through, and yeah, we've come through the other side.
In the lounge, Angus is finally ready to take a closer look at Beverley's collection of artefacts.
What I love about tribal items, whether that's, you know, African or Fijian or whatever it is actually the resourcefulness of it. It's all natural products that would have been around the area. Bits of root, bits of wood, carved and worked into these lovely bits of artwork. And certainly I think we can learn a few lessons from that. What I particularly like in among all these figures is these. You're thinking, what's that? Well, the handle's the giveaway. It's a printing block. And quite often we find these cuts are made, and that would have gone into the ink, and that would have been hand-blocked print.
Originating in Asia over 2,000 years ago, block printing is the earliest known method for applying intricate patterns to textiles.
The fact they have a handle on the back means you can stand them on a shelf quite nicely. And we'll put those two together, there's two of them together, put those two together as a little lot, 30 to 50 pounds. And, you know, they've got a bit of age to them. This one's probably a bit more modern than this one. This has had a lot more wear and use, you can just tell by the coloration of the wood, but they're quite a nice little thing.
With another long drive ahead of them, Angus and Pete have had to work fast. But the van is finally loaded up and ready for the 5-hour journey back to base.
Well, you've got some floor space back.
Wow, that's a change. That's a remarkable change. We really, really appreciate that, because it's great. We've got a room that we can use again.
How are you feeling about it, Luke?
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's good to see things go, but also good to keep some of the stuff. She would have definitely loved having someone around, seeing the different items, what they're worth, where they're from.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me down to your home, and look forward to welcoming you into Yorkshire.
Yeah.
I know there's a fair bit to do when we get back to the sale room. We've got to sort through all the figures, get it all catalogued, photographed and marketed.
Angus has been a great sort of expert to sort of bring into our home and sort of help us understand what we got, what we're keeping, and equally what we decided to sort of move on.
It's not the easiest. It's a little bit niche market, some of the items, so I think we'll have to work on this one.
After a 10-hour round trip to London, coupled with a partial clearance at Paul and Luke's home, Angus and Pete are wisely leaving this morning's hard graft to someone else, namely valuer George and driver Gary.
He's not daft, is he, yeah? He knows what he's doing.
Outdoor sales manager Mark is on hand to inspect the goods.
Yeah, there's some nice things here, really. They're very well made, they're very well carved. And, you know, for each tribe, they'll have their own meanings.
So, sells well in Africa. What about Yorkshire? What about Kirby Moorside?
I think so, yeah. Not all of it's to everybody's taste, but certainly such as that mask.
Yeah.
Because it's so well done.
Yeah.
And
it's
that as well.
The quality of the stuff.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
It's auction day, and Paul has travelled all the way up from London with his sister Gay. They've come to bid a final farewell to his wife Beverly's collection.
I feel that the hard work has actually been done in that sort of seeing the items go from the house. So yeah, today it'll be nice just to see where the items go. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it.
You know, he's got some interesting items, but they are a little bit niche market, so we might struggle with some things.
I like these.
You can't like them because I sold them. But you can't like them.
There's that lovely, interesting sketch. I think it'd be a shame if that didn't get a good price. But, you know, there's one or two interesting bits in there, some quirky bits. Yeah, I'm hopeful, but it might be a little bit of a challenge today.
Paul has decided to honour Beverly's memory by donating the proceeds of the sale to a London cancer support charity.
It is quite curious sort of seeing all your items sort of laid out. It's going to be an interesting morning and a bit of a celebration as well. I'll just say I'm happy to see Bev's stuff go all to the four corners of the country, to be honest. That's brilliant.
Here's hoping Angus can do her proud. He's expecting some lively online bidding, so Emma and Heather will have to be on their toes. Showing off the goods again today is Porter Pete.
OK, all good.
First up is the mid-century British coffee table that needs more than a touch of TLC.
It's quite unique, is this one. It's got an open centre.
Bev found it in a skip.
£20 bid. 20 bid. 22, we're off now. £22 at 22 it is, then at £22. Just needs a bit of glass. Or you could cut a bit of marble for it. 25, 28, at £28 at 28. We're all done for the glassless table at £28. I'm going to sell at 28. We're all done at £28.
That half table now has a new home in Northern Ireland.
That's good. It's good. For a skip dive.
975.
The first of Beverly's African lots is up next, the collection of carved busts and figurines.
£20 on bid at 20, 2, 5, 8, 30, at £30 at 32, 35, at £35 at 35, at £35 at 35, 38, 40, £40 on bid at 40.
Sold to a bidder here in Kirby Moorside. Going under the gavel next are 5 carved ebony figurines.
Nice figures in there. Where should be for this? 32, 5, 8, £38, 38, 40 is it now? At £38 at 38, 40, thank you, 40, I've got 2, 5, 45, 48 and 50. 50 a bid, I'm out, commissions are out. In the room at 50, all done, I'm selling to you, madam, at £50.
That's one happy bidder.
Very, very excited lady.
Oh.
Very happy.
That's nice.
Angus had high hopes for this pencil drawing he found tucked away in a box of Beverly's things.
This is a fantastic sketch. Where should be for this? Go straight in at £65. At 65 it is then. 75, £75 at 75 it is then at £75. I'm going to sell away then at £75.
Pleasant surprise, Emma.
We do like surprises, Paul. Over the next 20 minutes, Angus sells a further 26 of Paul's lots, including a carved table from East Asia,
I'm selling at 50.
a collection of hardwood artefacts, including the 2 printing blocks,
We all done selling then, last bidder at £50.
and a pair of electric model train sets still in their original boxes.
Green bid at 110.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. It's always worth one more bid.
Which leaves one lot left, Beverley's set of European ceramics.
There's some nice, interesting bits in there. And we've got 20, 2, 5, 8, 30, 2, £32, £55, £55, 8, 40, £40, 42, £45, 45, 8, 50, commission trousers.
Two online bidders are battling it out between them.
£90 at 95, 95 it is then at 95, looking for 100 now. £100 bid, thank you. 100, 110. 110 it is then at 110, 120, 120, 130,
Brilliant.
At 140, we're all done at 140.
That's good. Pleased about that.
It's a great end to the sale and a fitting way to say goodbye to the last of Beverley's things.
Wasn't too bad.
I was pleasantly surprised, actually. You know, it's nice that Bev's things are going far and wide, so people appreciate them all over the world.
Any idea what you think you might have raised?
It'd have been nice to sort of been in the figure around the 400 area. That would be a fantastic sort of thing to sort of know that we've got.
Well, I'm delighted to say then that you'll be taking home £1,014.
Wow, so you just tipped over 1,000. That is amazing. No, I really appreciate that and appreciate all the hard work you put in.
Have a good trip back down to London.
Yes, we will do now. So I'm pleased that the African sculptures went to someone who was going to appreciate them because we actually got a chance to meet them afterwards, which was great. So, yeah, that's good stuff.
I'm delighted that we got some good results for Paul. I think he was quite shocked, actually, how much money he raised and how much he's going to be able to support the charity with. And I think the reassuring thing was that there were other people out there that wanted and appreciated his wife's collection.
Three weeks since the sale, Paul's been able to deliver the good news to his contact at the local cancer charity.
She's delighted and sort of surprised at how much we actually made. They run these monthly sessions for sort of drop-in for anyone that needs support living with cancer, and I feel sure that figure that we raised will support quite a few monthly meetings, which is great to think of.
And in Truro, Sean and Kirsty have been making big plans.
The money's come through, so we're going to go and take a little family holiday, the four of us, and go up and have just a bit of rest and relaxation. So we're right out in the countryside, and we'll just go and put our feet up and take it easy.
I'd never been to an auction before, and I mean, neither had you, so it was actually quite nice just to see how it's run and chat to Angus and the rest of the team to see how it was going on. I couldn't have kept up with Angus shouting numbers if I tried, but yeah, he must be exhausted at the end of the day.
I think it was a really good way to get stuff moved on. Equally, I want to go and bid. My hand was held down all the time we were there, so next time I'm going to make a bid.